Hey everybody, sorry I'm looking like this again. I just got out of the shower a little bit ago and we just walked our puppies because it's gorgeous outside. And by gorgeous I mean like barely 60 degrees, but the sun is out, so we're pretty stoked about it. Um, I'm really gonna make an effort not to car vlog anymore. I got a few comments and I totally agree with you guys. It's not safe, it's not worth it, and yeah, I totally agree and I'm not gonna do that anymore, and thank you for your comments, I appreciate it. So I am 11 weeks and 3 days pregnant today. Can you guys believe it? I still can't believe it. It's crazy. Not that I don't have faith that things should keep going well, but when you've been through this journey, you just expect that something bad is going to happen at some point. But everything's been going so well, thank God. So we're just really happy. I think my last video was at 7 weeks, so I will do weeks 8, 9, and 10. So really no symptom changes. I still have a ton of acne all over my forehead. It's really bad. Like, I have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pimples on my forehead. Still having the gagging when I brush my teeth, sometimes vomiting. I get really gaggy sometimes, like after I drink a lot of water or after certain meals. Most of the time I don't throw it all up. It's just a little bit of something comes up or I just gag and then I feel fine, which is great. It's like I'll feel totally normal and then I'll just have this wave of gagging hit me and then I'll be good to go. So I'm pretty grateful for that because, you know, not a lot of people have that. They feel really bad in their first trimester, so I'm really happy about that. My boobs are getting a little bigger, which is awesome. I've never, had any kind of chest blessing, so that's kind of cool. My belly is starting to pooch out a little bit, which I love. Thank God I was a fan of high-waisted jeans before, and they were like the jean leggings, so they stretch, so I'm still in my pants, which is cool, and they're still fitting me pretty comfortably. But I have a feeling in the next like 2 or 3 weeks I'm going to be having to bust out some maternity wear, which would be awesome. That would be really fun to get to shop for that. I haven't made any purchases yet. I think it's just because still in the first trimester, and I still have a little bit of that, fear in me. Like, if I buy something, something will happen, which is crazy, right? Like, that doesn't determine anything. But yeah, I've also been, I used to have to eat a piece of chocolate after every meal, and that's like gone. I would rather have a bowl of fruit than eat chocolate. Not that I would turn down chocolate, but I'm not like seeking it out. I would rather have fruit. I'm exhausted. Like, I wish I did not have to work. Like, working full time and doing what I do and being on my feet all day and lifting patients and lifting heavy instrument trays for surgery and, pushing the heavy OR bed around and just doing all that stuff, I'm finding extremely, extremely exhausting. And yeah, it's no fun. I would much rather be able to relax at home and sit down when I'm tired, nap when I'm tired. So that's been no fun, but it's not really an option for me, so I guess I should probably just put that out of my mind. I keep trying to explain to my husband how tired I am, but he's a guy, so he doesn't really get it. I think he just thinks, I'm tired like normal, but nothing really bad. But sometimes, like, I'm in bed by 8:30, and even then I'm fighting it. Like, I am exhausted. But happy to be exhausted, don't get me wrong. This is wonderful. We had our ultrasound appointment with our OB 9 weeks, 6 days, and baby was measuring 10 weeks. So my husband was like, oh, it's a boy, big, strong, healthy boy, measuring a day ahead, But I was trying to explain to him that this early, it could just be that she put her little tiny cursor like a little too far this way, and that'll give you a day here or there. But baby looked great. Like I said, measuring on time, we got to see the heartbeat. We did not get to hear the heartbeat. They used a really different ultrasound machine. So, like, you get spoiled at your RE's office. They have nice equipment, like, it's fancy, because they're making a lot of money there. And, yeah, so they had this teeny tiny ultrasound machine. It's called a sonocyte, which our doctors use to place, like, arterial lines and central lines for patients for surgery. And it just doesn't have all the capability. It has a small screen. But our OB was really sweet. She like showed my husband everything. She like took her time. She showed me everything. We got to see the little heartbeat, but it didn't have the capability to measure how fast it was beating. And it also didn't have the capability to hear the sound. So it was a little disappointing. They did give us a picture, so that's kind of cool. We have a picture of our little baby. It's starting to look more like a baby. You could see some little hand nubs and leg nubs, and I could kind of see the umbilical cord in that picture too, so it's pretty cool. But yeah, everything's going really well. I stopped my estrogen, I stopped my progesterone just shy of 11 weeks. I know my doctor said 10 weeks, but I carried the progesterone a little longer. I think it was just that safety net. You're taking this progesterone, it's helping you to keep the pregnancy going, and you're like, ooh, I really don't want to stop this and take it away. But my husband and I had a conversation. He's like, you can't control everything, no matter how hard you try. Like, you just at some point have to put this in God's hands. And so that's what I did, because he's totally right. I stopped it, and everything's fine. I have not spotted. I do have cramping every now and then, but it's the same cramping I've had all along. Like, I won't have any cramping, and then I'll have cramping for like a day, and then it will stop. And I think that's just growth. One thing I did at 10 weeks, don't do it if you have a personality like me. I bought one of those fetal Dopplers, and because I was like, we didn't get to hear the baby's heartbeat at our appointment, and I just really want to hear it, and I think it'll be something cool and fun for us to do, like a bonding experience. Well, yeah. The package insert says it's, approved for 12 weeks and over. So, but online it says it can pick it up as early as 8 to 10 weeks. So I was thinking, oh, for sure, it's gonna work. In the back of my mind, knowing that it might not, but my husband was like, this is a bad idea. If we don't hear anything, you're gonna freak out. So what do I do but ignore him? He knows me. We use it, and we didn't use it for very long because my husband didn't like the idea of me really doing it. He's like, it's not natural, like the doctor doesn't think we need to do it, so why are we doing it, blah, blah, blah. And we couldn't find the heartbeat. We did hear something, which I think was my placenta. It, just because of the way that it sounded, it didn't have that gallop of a baby's heartbeat. It didn't sound anything like that, and it wasn't my heartbeat. It was measuring 122, and I think that was really my placenta that I was hearing. So if you have a type A OCD, worrywart personality like I do, don't use those things until you're far enough along for it to actually determine if something's going on or not. Because honestly, all it did was make me freak out and worry for a good 24 to 48 hours that something was severely wrong with my baby, when in reality, I have absolutely no signs of anything being wrong. My belly's still growing, my boobs are growing, I'm still feeling gaggy, I'm still hungry as all get out, I'm still exhausted. Like, there is no sign that there's anything wrong with this baby, and it says right in the package that it's not meant until 12 weeks to be used anyway, so duh, why did I do that to myself? So needless to say, I am never picking that thing up, I don't think, again, because all it did was make me freak out. So yeah, that was a little bit of a setback, but I prayed on it, and I'm feeling much better now, and it's really all in God's hands, and I can't control it, so all I can do is to pray that God will watch over this baby and keep my body healthy so the baby will be healthy, and keep my stress down. So I've been trying to set time aside every day, and I'm not talking about like a long time, but like a minute or two, and I usually do it before I get in the shower. Like, I rub my belly, and I talk to the baby, which I know the baby can't hear me yet, but just trying to keep that positivity in my mind and building that connection between me and baby and getting in the habit of it. So that's been kind of nice. It's been keeping my stress level down, which has been great. And it's just something that I really enjoy to do. So yeah, I think that's pretty much everything that's been going on with me. We will have another appointment with our OB on April 27th. I'll be almost 14 weeks. And they will use another Doppler in the doctor's office, and I'm sure it won't be the $40 special that I purchased online. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a high quality fetal Doppler. So just holding my breath a little bit at that appointment that everything goes okay and baby's doing well. But in the meantime, just super thankful that I am still pregnant, and you know that all signs are pointing to baby doing well, and I'm doing pretty well as well. Besides, you know, all the usual pregnancy stuff, I'm pretty grateful that I feel the way that I do, because my mom had that hyperemesis and she was sick all the time. There's a girl I work with that had it, she's sick all the time. And so I'm pretty grateful that, you know, I don't feel that way. So I will update you guys hopefully on or around April 27th and let you know how baby and me are doing. And thank you to my new subscribers. And thank you to everyone who has followed my journey this whole time. I really appreciate it. And this community is amazing. And I'm just grateful to have it. So I will update you guys soon. And just wishing nothing but the best for you guys. So bye, girls. Do a quick live belly shot for you. Thank goodness that I like these high-waisted pants. You can see they come up really nice and high for me, so they still fit. Here is 11 weeks and 3 days from the front, and then 11 weeks and 3 days from the side. So you can see I got a little pooch going on right here, which I love. I have to admit, I love seeing this and touching this. I just never thought you know, I would have this, so it's pretty awesome. So yeah, that is my 11 week and 3 day belly. Bye, guys. Whose only goal in life is making sure you're